My beloved child, stop for just a moment and listen, my child, for I am speaking directly to you right now. This is not chance. This is not a coincidence. This is certainly not just some passing message floating in a sea of noise, for heaven itself has paused to reach down and touch you in this very second. My voice is breaking into your night to stir your heart, because this is not something you can afford to brush aside. I see every moment inside your home. I hear every restless sigh you breathe when you think no one is listening. I know the unspoken questions you carry about why the air feels so heavy and why peace seems so far away. What you have dismissed as mere stress or exhaustion is actually a spiritual shifting, a disturbance that calls out for your attention. If you ignore my prompting now, you risk carrying this weight into the coming morning. Right now, before you go any further, pause for a second and whisper, "I'm listening." Let your heart agree to stay present. Don't just hear these words, choose to respond to them. I am not here to harm you. I am here to awaken you, because I love you too deeply to remain silent while your heart drifts further from the harbor. I have watched you exchange moments that were once filled with purpose and worship for hours of mindless distraction, trading my presence for noise that attempts to soothe you, but only dulls your spirit. You reach for screens instead of reaching for stillness before me. You turn to arguments rather than prayer, and you choose busyness in place of devotion. The enemy finds his power not in the loud drama, but in these quiet choices, allowing bitterness to take root and anxiety to whisper in the background until confusion settles where joy once lived. Deep in the heart of your house, I have witnessed the shifts where laughter and prayer once began your mornings. Now worry and fatigue flood in before hope has a chance to breathe. Arguments echo in rooms where praise belonged, and cynicism has started to replace your gentle faith. It is not only your hands or your words. These patterns leave a residue in the atmosphere you dwell in, shaping what your soul absorbs. Your heart tells itself that you will fix things tomorrow, yet I stand before you to say that tonight is the tipping point. The unseen world leans in, awaiting your response, because your spirit has felt the tension, hasn't it? That nearly invisible weight, that sense that something is off, even though you search for a natural explanation. Night after night, you sense unease, as if some shadow moves just beyond the corner of your eye. Let me pull back the veil and show you that these are not just feelings, but true spiritual symptoms of unaddressed hurt and unresolved fear. Do not push this moment away. Right now, say quietly, "God, I don't want to ignore you anymore. Show me what needs to change." And let that simple prayer open a door in your heart. Old wounds, when left to fester and ignored, begin to open doors. The enemy is patient, waiting for the silence, lurking in tolerated compromise, slipping poison into the conversations, and planting thoughts of defeat. But tonight I am stepping in. I will not let darkness have the final word in your household. I am not coming to stand against you, child. I am stepping toward you, urging you, because I know what is building beyond your sight. My presence is moving through your rooms even now, touching the walls that have absorbed words of pain, standing in the very spaces where tears once fell unseen. Where there has been conflict, I speak. Quiet. Peace, be still. If you continue to ignore my voice, to excuse away the convictions, and to delay what needs cleansing, the weight of distance will only grow. Small things that are overlooked and allowed to linger invite greater confusion. Sleeplessness, tension, and restlessness are not random fragments of a rough season. They are reminders that your spirit has been exposed to influence that does not belong. When bitterness goes unforgiven and darkness is entertained, you unknowingly make room for unrest that I never meant for you to carry. Because I love you, I have sent subtle warnings before now. Gentle nudges in your thoughts and moments where discomfort should have called your spirit back. But too often, you have shrugged off that discomfort as nothing. Tonight, you must recognize it as the mercy of heaven. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Heaven mourns over what you have tolerated, over every choice that places a barrier between my embrace and your home's peace. Some of you have begun to make light of compromises, calling it entertainment, saying it is only habit, telling yourself that tomorrow you will seek me. But my patience does not mean permission. I refuse to let what I love remain exposed to destruction. Child, this is no threat. It is urgent mercy, a rescue extended before you cross a line you cannot see, a tender hand reaching before regret becomes your companion. Right now, before you move on, decide to act. Close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and say, I choose your mercy over my excuses. Let that choice be real in this second, not just in theory. In the morning, there are decisions hovering over your house, choices that hold the future of families' health and destiny. The enemy seeks that open door, that one word of resentment left uncanceled, that hidden place of unforgiveness where he can build something far more bitter than you ever intended. That is why I interrupt your night, why I speak with such insistence, because I alone see the storm gathering, and I do not remain aloof from your pain. I am not here to condemn you. I am here because I long to deliver, to shelter, and to heal. I long to be invited back into the center, to reclaim territory given over by neglect. If you would pause, child, before sleep wraps you in its tired silence, and simply reach for me, call on my name, speak peace over each room, renounce the small shadows you have let settle, and invite worship back into the air, the ground beneath your feet would begin to shift from what has pressed heavy. Do this now if you can. Softly speak the names of each person in your home and say, Peace of God, rest here. Darkness, you have no place here. Don't wait for later. Let your own voice agree with heaven in this moment. Do not assume that another chance will always come. Do not treat this word as one in a long line of encouragements you can pick up and put down at will. There comes a moment when a door opens for restoration, or else for deeper confusion. I have sheltered you from storms you never knew circled near. I stood between you and attacks planned against you before you ever felt the wind. I long to shelter your house, but I will not force you to surrender. I do not ask for perfect performance. I ask for surrender, for room to move, for you to choose to make sacred what has been allowed to drift. Your home was made to be a harbor of light, not a field of contention or a holding place for old hurt. Let my presence be what defines the climate under your roof, not the remnants of anger or fear. The relief you are pleading for comes not when circumstances finally quiet, but when my peace is welcomed again. Rest now in this truth. Even if you have let your heart grow cold, even if busyness has replaced devotion and doubt has stifled wonder, I have not stepped away in disappointment. I see how you have wandered in circles, exhausted by noise, numb from endless scrolling, searching for comfort that never satisfies. All the while, I have waited. My voice breaks in not to condemn, but to offer you the freedom your soul aches for. If only you will turn your attention and open your heart again tonight. You may worry if you have gone too far or wonder how you return. But let me assure you, my beloved, it is not too late. The moment you lean in, even as your breath catches in the stillness of your room, I am there with outstretched arms. My presence settles close, eager to bring peace where there has been anxiety, and restoration where you have only known chaos. The ground under your feet is holy because it is claimed for my purposes. Let your heart begin to believe that this night can mark the first step toward that peace you felt was lost. There are mornings when you wake before the world feels ready, when the hush around you is heavy and you wonder if you are seen in the quiet. I am beside you, present in the first breath you notice and the questions unspoken inside your chest. Even in the fog between sleep and waking, my nearness presses in gently, reminding you that you do not stand at the edge of this day abandoned. You come into consciousness carrying concerns and lingering dreams, but I am already awake, watching over you, my care closer than the air. There is never a dawn where I am caught off guard by what you carry, or by how your heart trembles at the unknown ahead. My hand steadies yours as you meet the beginning. You might sense the weight of anxiety, wanting to rush straight into solutions before the sunlight has even crowned your home. You feel that anxious pulse, that urge to fix, to control, to anticipate, pulling hard. But I invite you to pause right here. Feel your own heartbeat and let gratitude settle softly onto your spirit, like the sun finding the tops of trees. Find within the details you rush past a reason to be thankful, for the breath in your lungs and the chance to begin again. In the quiet, gratitude can become your anchor, and the shift in your perspective that lets peace take root deeply. Right now, before you think about the rest of your day, name out loud at least one thing you are grateful for. Let your own voice interrupt anxiety with gratitude. Say it, don't just think it. You bring me your scattered thoughts, and I gather them gently, holding what is too much to hold alone. You wonder if my timing is as reliable and personal as I say, and sometimes it aches to trust what you cannot see, especially when you crave results quickly. But if you could glimpse all I prepare as you wait, you would find comfort in the slow unfolding. The work I do in your heart as you surrender each worry is not wasted. Those moments when your prayers hang in the air without an immediate answer are fertile spaces where faith is strengthened and where you and I draw closer. My pace is perfect, never delayed, never rushed. When you rest in that truth, you are shielded from the panic that tries to rule your mornings. Even when chaos encroaches, voices raised, plans upended, unexpected news arriving like a storm, I am shelter for your mind and spirit. My presence is not fragile. It holds whether the world is silent or loud, whether the day's first hour is gentle or turbulent. Remember, dear one, that when your thoughts begin to spiral, you can return to me by simply breathing in and naming what you need aloud to me. There is power in admitting your need, in recognizing where you end and where I fill the gap. Each fear or frustration becomes a doorway through which I can bring comfort and renewal. You hold tightly sometimes to the illusion of control, worrying over your family, your work, your future, believing that all depends on your effort alone. But listen, I care for those you love even more deeply than you do. My wisdom surrounds your household and those you lift to me in quiet prayers. When you whisper their names in the dimness of early light, I hear, and I am moving. Trust does not mean passivity. It means anchoring your actions in the deep confidence that my love sets a guard around you and yours. Surrendering outcomes does not diminish your hope. It strengthens your joy, letting you walk freer and steadier into each new hour. You may ask, what if I am not enough? What if the day proves too much? You who are mine, you were never meant to measure up by your own strength. My delight in you is not conditional on your flawless execution or perfect composure. I see your daily rising. I know each hesitant step toward wholeness. Your inadequacy is not an obstacle to me, but a place where I pour out strength, wisdom, and fresh vision. As you move into your purpose, however ordinary it might appear, I equip you to bear fruit that will last. Let go of perfection and receive the fullness of my grace, for it is enough for this moment and every one to come. There will be invitations today to pause, even in the midst of busyness. In the hush between meetings or the quiet found in a deep breath at your desk, let my presence anchor you. Lay your hand on your heart and remember, you are chosen, seen, and cherished. As your hand rests there, speak these words out loud. I am not alone. God is with me. God is for me. Let your ears hear what your spirit needs to believe. Allow my words to root you in confidence, not striving. I lead you with clarity, gently guiding each decision and redirecting your steps as needed. The world around you may reward frantic motion and visible results, but I honor the quiet faith that pauses, listens, and moves forward only in step with me. Do not be discouraged by the slow unfolding of change or the hidden nature of your prayers. In the unseen places, in the silent hopes and the tears wiped away before anyone notices, I am laboring within you. You may feel small or invisible, but I know your name, your story, every ache and longing. My plans for you do not depend on your being noticed or celebrated by others, because your value is rooted in my love. If you lift the smallest offering of gratitude or surrender, it matters to me. Every little seed planted in faith shapes the day ahead, and I am delighting in even your simplest trust. Carry this assurance. You do not have to generate hope from empty places. I am your supply when you feel depleted, and your shelter when you are exposed to discouragement. My voice is the one speaking peace into the noise and grounding you when you feel shaken. Even when your circumstances seem unchanged, I am working on levels unseen, finishing what I have started in you. As you surrender afresh today, receive a taste of freedom from anxiety's hold, the kind that comes from trusting the one who knows the path ahead and walks it beside you. Let your day begin not with striving or with a defensive heart, but with the quiet confidence that comes from being deeply known and cared for. When you stumble, return again to stillness. When you forget, remember that I am patient and faithful, always inviting you closer. There is more I will reveal to you amid the ordinary and the undone. Allow yourself to breathe out burdens and breathe in my sustaining life. I bless your journey. It is underway. When anxiety knocks at your heart in the quiet hours, and you wonder if you can truly trust what you cannot see, listen for my whisper in the stillness. Some mornings you hesitate before rising, uncertain whether this day will bring peace or fresh battles. But I am here, breathing life into the air around you, steadying your pulse when fear wants to race ahead of hope. Even now, my hand rests on your shoulder, grounding you in the reality of my nearness. I have seen every night tear, felt every silent ache, and I remain not distant, not detached, but moving closer each time you open a small window of faith. You wonder if I am enough for the path before you. You ask, what if I fall short again? What if others' words leave me feeling unseen? I formed you with purpose that does not vanish when doubts crowd in. My view of you is not dimmed by your weakness, for what you see as limitation, I see as a seedbed for grace. When you catch your breath and rest your hands in your lap, you are not abandoned to wrestle alone. Invite me. Let the sigh in your chest become a prayer, and you will sense the warmth of my presence, even in the mess of unmet expectations. As you walk into your day, you may feel the weight of things unfinished, burdens for loved ones, dreams unspoken, and the ache to be understood. I ask you to trust that I carry everything you entrust to me, even the sighs you cannot put into words. My protection is not selective or fragile. It covers you before trouble arises and strengthens you as you face what comes. When you wish you could force outcomes with your own hands, recall the quiet power that flows from simply letting go and offering each hour back to me. My timing seldom matches the rush of your worries, but my timing is kindness itself. Look at the gentle light streaming across your floor. With every sunrise, I reaffirm my promise to anchor your story in hope, not fear. You may not see the end from where you stand, but I invite you to trust that my guidance is shaping each moment. Be grateful for the small mercies, the meal shared, a kind word given, laughter that breaks the routine heaviness. These are reminders that you are not left to navigate life's storms unaided. Even now, my strength surrounds you, soft but unyielding, a shield for your spirit. In the moments when you ache for clarity, craving a map for every step ahead, remember, I do not call you to live overwhelmed by tomorrow's unknown. I call you to rest, heart open, in the light I provide for this one moment. Let your gratitude be genuine, not forced. Pause now and feel the rhythm of your breathing, acknowledging even one thing that brings relief. That seed of thankfulness cultivates courage. I am present in your gratitude, enlarging what you offer, blessing even your smallest efforts to trust me with your uncertainty. Children learn by watching those they love, and you carry influence in quiet ways, sometimes without even speaking. Your faith, even when shaky, can become shelter for those nearby. The prayers lifted in secret matter deeply to me, and your willingness to bring your family, friends, and even strangers before me delights my heart. You do not bear the burdens of others alone as you surrender what you cannot control, including the choices of those you love. Watch as I work deep change in ways you cannot yet perceive. Some days you feel unseen in your giving, wondering if anyone notices your continual acts of kindness or your faithful endurance. But I see every moment. Not one selfless gesture, not one sacrifice goes unnoticed in my eyes. I am working through your hidden investments, shaping outcomes that your mind could not imagine. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. When your impact seems small, do not discount it. My perspective is far wider than what this world tallies. You are part of something greater, and your role is essential. You may worry that past failures disqualify you for what lies ahead, but I do not measure you with a tally of mistakes. Instead, I look upon your willingness to rise again. My voice calls you forward, not stuck in regret, but ready for new beginnings. Release the stories that keep you captive to shame and embrace my identity for you. Beloved, chosen, purposed. Stand in that truth even if the world does not affirm it. My trust in you was never built on your perfection. Let your mind rest now from its frantic thinking. Place your hand gently on your heart. Feel its steady beat. The life I sustain, the quiet assurance that you have not been forsaken. My promises are not for the flawless, they are for you, right in your humanity and need. As you renew your thoughts, let my words shape what you believe about this day. I am here. I am guiding you. I am enough. Continue to trust. Even if the answers you crave feel slow in coming, let our conversation shape your day. A simple, ongoing yes, a willingness to keep returning for fresh strength. I see you. I know you. I go ahead, preparing the way. My love does not tire. What I have started in you, I am faithful to complete. You feel it, don't you? That persistent ache underneath your daily rhythm, a chorus of longing that you can't quite silence. I see you awaken with questions that swirl before your feet ever touch the ground, thoughts that race ahead of your hope, asking, will today be different? Will peace finally come? My beloved, allow your chest to loosen for once. Breathe slowly. Place your hand over your heart, just above the tender place where sorrow pools, and know that my nearness is not a distant promise, but an immediate reality, right now. There is more to uncover within these shadows than you have dared to imagine, and I am not intimidated by your doubts or exhausted by your questions. I welcome them. I draw near to them. I invite you to press in closer because something holy is underway beneath the ground of your visible life. My child, remember this. The very struggles that have threatened to unravel you are the soil from which resurrection grows. The tears you hide, the disappointments you rehearse each night, they are seen and counted, none wasted. I know which lie echoed loudest. That your pain was for nothing, that your waiting was punishment. But that is not my truth. I have never turned my eyes from your suffering, and every ache has become a seed within my hands. Breathe in the gravity of that. You are treasured not for your perfection, but for your honesty, your ache, your willingness to keep coming back, even when prayers went unanswered. Stop right now and let silence have its say. In this pause, sense me wrapping invisible arms around your shaking frame. You have wondered why breakthrough feels so distant, why every step toward healing seems only to stir up more confusion. The enemy tried to convince you that your brokenness would always define you, but hear me clearly. I am the author of transformation. Where you see ruin, I see rebirth. Where you feel abandoned, I am fiercely present. The anxiety clinging to your chest is not your inheritance. Can you borrow my perspective for a moment? I have already begun repairing what you thought was beyond hope. There is a subtle stirring deep inside you, a new courage waking up, and it will not be silenced now. Soon, you will recognize that the very darkness you resisted was a womb, not a grave. You are not walking this out alone, though every memory of isolation threatens to say otherwise. Pause and sense the ground beneath your feet, solid and unmoving, for that is how I anchor you. On the days when faith feels impossible, let my faithfulness be your foundation. You are not who you were even yesterday. Can you taste the shift? That gentler tone inside, the flicker of hope just when you expected only regret. That is evidence of me working in you. When you question if your effort matters, remember, I do not measure your worth by your performance, but by the relentless way you let me pick you up again and again. You are still here, beloved. That is your victory. There are moments when you brace yourself for disappointment, finding it safer not to hope. I see that self-protection written across your jaw, the way you expect loss to greet you before any blessing has a chance. Let me lift that off you now. Take another deep breath and picture my hand cradling your face, seeing you as you truly are, chosen, precious, irreplaceable. Say it aloud with trembling faith. I am chosen. Don't just think it. Say it again out loud, or write it down where you can see it. I am chosen. Let your own words break agreement with every lie that said you were forgotten. Even if tears burn, even if your voice shakes, declare it. Every time you do, you drive a wedge between you and every lie that has tried to claim you. The more you repeat truth, the weaker those old scripts become. Stop. Let these words go down deep. I have not brought you this far to leave you unfinished. The process has been slower than you wanted, but perfect timing is my signature. A shift is coming, not because you earned it, but because you trust me enough to stay present in the discomfort. Do not despise your slow days, for growth in my kingdom is never wasted movement. You are being forged for endurance, patience, and depth, qualities that last beyond any temporary answer to prayer. Recognize this season for what it is, preparation disguised as pain. You have compared your journey to others, wondering why your path required more obstacles and delays. I know the secret weariness beneath your jealousy, the longing to be noticed and favored. My gaze lingers on you, not in comparison, but with affection untainted by competition. You are marked by uniqueness, and my story through your life will not be a replica of another's. Trust me when I say, beloved child, that your steps are being ordered with wisdom that factors in every detour, every disappointment, every breakthrough shaping on the horizon. There is something I want to do in you before I do it through you, and this sacred process cannot be rushed. You sense a flicker of possibility. What if hope is safe again? What if I dared to trust that goodness is not withholding itself from me, but pursuing me with patience? Breathe in my steadiness. Feel your shoulders lower, tension softening with every inhale. This is not wishful thinking, but awakening, an invitation to see yourself as I see you. Say it again. I am not who I was. Even if your emotions protest, even if fear hisses that nothing will change, let those declarations stand like anchors in the storm. Your identity is shifting quietly, and the evidence will soon be undeniable. Right now, your mind may race. Can I really believe this? Is this hope safe? Am I being set up for disappointment again? I know the places that tremble at the thought of new beginnings, the dreams you buried because loss became too familiar. But I am a master of redeeming lost time. Within 72 hours, someone will speak a word that awakens in you a promise you thought was forgotten. You will know it is me, for the peace that settles will be unlike anything you have manufactured on your own. Hold on to that. Watch for it. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. You are not just surviving. You are waking up. Let your senses attune to my presence. The warmth now in your chest, the steadiness in your breathing, the subtle joy starting to flicker behind your eyes. These are signals of transformation at work. Evidence that you are being remade. Resist the urge to doubt every new step. Instead, ask yourself, what if this is the moment everything shifts beneath the surface? What if surrender leads not to loss, but to a restoration beyond what I dared to expect? Even in this silent, sacred pause, your story is being rewritten. The shame that kept you silent, the regret that once named you unworthy, those old labels no longer fit. My blood speaks louder than your past, and my mercy is your new identity. You are chosen. You are loved. The fullness of your healing is coming with power unimagined. There is much more I will unfold in the secret places. Do not turn away. There are answers rising on the inside that are about to shape the outer course of your life. Let us go deeper now. Beloved child, you stand at the edge of surrender, heart trembling, as I ask you to trust me with not just the pain you can name, but also the ache woven into memories you barely speak aloud. I am near to those silent wounds. My attention is not distracted or divided. I draw close to the hidden places that you guard behind careful smiles. Right now, as your breath moves in and out, sense my presence enveloping you, gentle, persistent, alive. The warmth that stirs beneath your ribs is the evidence. You do not have to force yourself to feel more spiritual or more worthy to receive me. I come for the real you, the one weary of posing in performance, the one desperately longing to be chosen in the crowd. I choose you. There is a war in your mind, with old voices shouting faults, rehearsing regrets, predicting failure. I see how fear tries to build its fortress around your heart, convincing you the safest way forward is to never hope too much. But I invite you to dismantle that fortress, brick by brick, with my truth as your foundation. The lie that says you are alone in your struggle is not your legacy. I have been whispering reminders every day, in the song that stirs something in your soul, in the laughter you catch unexpectedly, even in sleepless nights when you think nobody knows the tears that fall. I saw each one. I caught those tears. Consider this. If I gather every drop of sorrow, what then will I do with your joy when it returns? There are gifts being prepared in secret places, and soon you will notice them blooming unannounced in ordinary moments. Watch for them. I realize you are still wrestling deep inside with whether you are truly safe to release control. You have been taught that to hope brings disappointment, that to trust only leads to heartbreak. But my ways are not the ways of broken promises. I am the God who never lies, and my covenant with you is unbreakable. Even your questions are sacred to me. It is no weakness to admit you don't understand how I will lead you through, nor cowardice to bring me doubts. In fact, that honesty is the invitation I have been waiting for. I am not threatened by your uncertainty, nor do I demand perfection before I pour out my presence. You can bring your confusion, your anxiety, your rawness. Let it out in this moment. Breathe. Feel my hand resting over your heart. You are shielded in my nearness. You wonder sometimes, is this just wishful thinking? Is this voice real or only the echo of my own longing? But listen to the resonance in your spirit that cannot be manufactured. When hope flickers despite disappointment, when peace interrupts chaos for no reason at all, that is me. I am closer than your thoughts, more constant than the doubts that cycle through your mind. I have marked you as my own, called you out by name, chosen you before you ever achieved anything worth boasting about. The world tells you that your value is measured in results, promotions, applause, and attention. But I say you were worth loving long before you drew a breath on this earth. My affection cannot be earned, only received. Let your guard down for a second. Notice the weight released from your shoulders as you allow yourself to believe, if only for this breath, that you are not a mistake, not too much, not too broken. I want you as you are. That flicker inside, a blend of relief and terror, when you imagine surrendering fully, is your soul's way of recognizing home. Stop running in circles trying to prove your worth. Pause. Place your hand on your chest. Feel your heart under your palm. That life, that pulse, is my miracle in you. I am sustaining you even now. Let gratitude slip in. Whisper, thank you, not because you understand everything I am doing, but simply for being seen and chosen. Can you sense the shift rising? There's deeper freedom waiting beyond what you have known. The chains that held you so tightly, fear of rejection, self-doubt, unhealed wounds, are weakening. I am breathing new strength into your spirit, clearing space for you to trust more than you fear. The transformation you crave is not the future version of yourself, finally measuring up, but the real, present you coming alive in the light of my love. It is here now, available in every ordinary breath. That is the secret your adversary doesn't want you to realize. You don't need to strive for my attention. You already have it. I am undoing the agreement you made with shame. In the days ahead, you will catch yourself responding differently to situations that once triggered old reactions. My spirit is moving within you, quietly but surely, guiding your reactions, softening old habits. You will know it is me because the freedom you experience will feel both unfamiliar and wholly natural, like stepping outside after a long captivity and tasting air that is clear. There is power in confession. I want you to speak life over yourself, no matter how unfamiliar it feels at first. Say this with me now. I am loved. I am chosen. I am not who I was. Seal it right now. Say those words again, and if you can, write them somewhere or share them with someone who needs hope. Let this declaration become an action that marks a new beginning, not just a passing feeling. Each time you declare these truths, you are letting go of the vocabulary of defeat and picking up the language of victory. Don't shrink back if old emotions resurface or if doubts return. This is not a linear journey. It is a living relationship. I am more patient with you than you are with yourself. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. You have been keeping score of your stumbles, calculating how many times you have fallen, but I am not counting. I am not looking at your mistakes. I am delighted by every single step you take toward freedom, no matter how small it seems to you. I know a part of you still clings to fear because you believe that if you let go of your constant worrying, loss will catch you off guard. You think your vigilance is what protects you, but I assure you, your safety does not rely on your anxiety. I am the one who stands guard over your life. My eyes do not sleep, and my attention never drifts. So give me the anxieties you have tried so hard to manage on your own. Feel what happens in your physical body right now as you imagine taking those heavy burdens out of your chest and placing them into my hands. If you feel even a small release as you do this, pause for a moment, close your eyes, take one deep breath and whisper, I trust you. Let that be your first step of action right now. There is a deep ease waiting to inhabit you. It is the kind of peace that will startle you because it will arrive during your chores, during your conversations, or in moments of absolute stillness. In the next 72 hours, expect a sudden sense of calm to surprise you when you least expect it. During a moment of completely ordinary activity, you will recognize it as me, soothing you, reminding you that I am in control even in what feels mundane. I am not building a future for you based on scarcity or your past disappointments. My plans for you overflow with a hope that is far bigger than your imagination can currently hold. I have seen your private battles. I have seen the places you covered in silence and the dreams you nearly buried because disappointment felt safer than risking heartbreak again. Do not give up. Even when you are too tired to believe for yourself, my faithfulness keeps your breakthrough moving forward. And if this word is resonating with you, do not keep it only for yourself. Share it with someone who is quietly battling the same fears, so you both know you are not walking this journey alone. I am setting a new rhythm in your life. It is a pace that is not rushed or exhausted, but full of depths you have yet to taste. You are becoming resilient, not by hiding your wounds, but by letting me heal them in my presence. My beloved, the movement I am awakening in you is not just for your own peace. It is intended to ripple outward, restoring what was lost around you. Others will find their healing because of the transformation I am working in you. But first, you must let yourself receive. Do not rush ahead to fix others or to serve until you have been filled. All true change flows from my gentle work in your heart. Remain here. Rest in this promise. I am not finished with you. There is a deeper layer I am inviting you to uncover, and you will not be left to navigate it alone. There is more to reveal, so listen close to the next word I have for you. Rest as I give you fresh courage, beloved. The journey sometimes feels relentless, and doubt steals into your heart when you least expect it, whispering that your prayers remain unanswered or that the worries pressing on your mind will linger forever. But I am closer than your breath. I am attentive to the silent trembling in your spirit when fears shout and hope seems quiet. Pause in this moment. Notice the gentle rhythm of your breathing, steady and held in my care. Lift your gaze from the shadows and sense the warmth that surrounds you. It is a tenderness deeper than what words can capture. Every anxious thought that swirls in your mind, I see it. When you rehearse possible outcomes or anxiously try to predict what tomorrow might demand, remember that I am the author of your days. You feel responsible for holding so much together, the well-being of those you love, your own needs, the unfolding of dreams that feel just out of reach. I invite you to unclench your hands even now. Let the weariness melt as you remember I never abandoned my own. No matter what others do or fail to do, my faithfulness toward you does not break. Place your heart in my hands again with every new uncertainty. There are questions you scarcely speak aloud. What if you never measure up? What if I let you down? Rest in the assurance that my plans for you do not depend on your perfection. They spring from my mercy and my delight in you. See how new possibilities stretch before you, roads that cannot close because I myself open them. My love does not fluctuate with your mood or your merit. It is secure and lasting, rebuilding hope piece by piece. The winds may threaten, but I am the one anchoring you in peace, even as the storms swirl around your life. If you are choosing to trust my faithfulness again right now, say it out loud or write it down somewhere. I am not alone in this. Let that simple action mark this turning point. Let me remind you how powerful gratitude is. Not only when blessings are obvious, but especially in the in-between places where you wait for new answers. Every breath, Every heartbeat, every dawn you awaken to is a gift. As you whisper thanks, sometimes feebly, sometimes with conviction, you discover a hidden strength growing in you. Pay attention to small mercies today: the smile of a friend, the safety of shelter, the quiet presence of love lingering at the margins when words fail. I am gifting you these moments, watering the soil of your trust, inviting you to see with my eyes. Do not measure yourself against anyone else's journey. Comparison only breeds discouragement. I am not impatient with your pace. My child, I cherish you for who you are, not for how quickly you advance or how much you accomplish. Let your heart settle. Listen for my quiet direction that sometimes arrives in unexpected ways. A gentle prompting, a sudden clarity, even a holy dissatisfaction that nudges you from old routines. I plant in you the courage to move and the grace to wait. Both are signs that you belong to me. Lift your eyes from what you lack to what is truly yours, my nearness and my unwavering commitment to finish the work I have begun in you. You do not have to make miracles happen from your own striving. Instead, take the next step forward, small though it may seem, trusting that I am working behind the scenes, gathering all things for your good. Do not shrink from hope, even if disappointment visited you in the past. My promises are not fragile. They do not shatter when circumstances shift. Instead, they stand like an unshakable beacon, guiding you home. If you are daring to hope again today, declare it by saying or typing, "I choose hope," and let your own eyes see that confession as a banner over this season. Allow me to settle your spirit when worry threatens to spiral. If you find yourself awake at night, thoughts racing, return to me like a child nestling in a safe embrace. Remember how often I have brought you through uncertainties before. Trace in your memory the patterns of my kindness, the moments when breakthrough arrived just as you surrendered, the times peace followed your letting go. These stories are not merely memories, they are evidence that I will do it again and again. Lean into this day knowing I delight in walking with you. Walk with gratitude, even if tears accompany your steps. Each moment you entrust to me is transformed, not always in the ways you expect, but always according to my wisdom and love. When you offer up your questions and let the silence deepen, I fill you with counsel and comfort that the world cannot give. My voice is soft, yet it cuts through confusion. My hand is sure, lifting you when you feel unsteady. Together we move forward into what I am preparing, moment by moment. You look back and wonder if you missed a crucial sign, or if there was a moment when you could have chosen more wisely and spared yourself heartache. But I tell you, the fullness of my wisdom is not measured by the clarity of the path behind, but by the movement of your heart toward me right now. Even the winding roads, even the detours that seemed meaningless, have prepared you for depths you did not know you carried. I have never been absent. Every tear and every silent plea has been known. This very day I am still guiding you, even where you feel uncertain. For I cherish your willingness to trust again after disappointment. My nearness is not reserved only for days when you feel strong and capable. I am there even in the quiet hours when doubt lingers as you rise. When you hear the world begin again outside your window and wonder if you have the strength to join it, I place my hand upon your shoulder. Let the morning air remind you, I am the source of the breath within you. Each inhale is my gift. Each exhale can carry away the burdens you try so hard to carry alone. You are not called to possess the answers, but to receive my presence again and again. When you are overwhelmed by the demands of your family or feel invisible in the routines that never seem to change, recall that I treasure every unseen act. Nothing given in love is forgotten by me. My gaze lingers upon you as you pour out patience for others, as you choose to forgive when it is difficult. In the unnoticed moments, I am closest, planting hope in your weary heart. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Let gratitude become a hidden rhythm, a quiet thankfulness for sunlight on your face, laughter echoing down a hallway, the steady heartbeat that joins you to all whom you love. Sometimes fear lingers just below the surface, whispering that vulnerability will only lead to more pain. I understand this ache. I am familiar with the reasons you shield your heart. But I invite you to risk opening again, trusting that I am your protector and the healer of wounds too deep for words. As you stand in the soft light of morning and voice your uncertainty to me, you are not exposing weakness. You are choosing honesty, which is the door to all true strength. My timing is not your own. So much of your anxiety flows from wanting certainty before you take each step. Yet I invite you to move with me in the mystery. You do not journey alone. Watch for my gentle nudges throughout your day. A sudden peace in the midst of confusion, unexpected kindness from another, doors opening where you least expected. These are not random. They are reminders of my active delight in you. I am always working, and nothing escapes my loving attention. Your identity is not defined by your most recent struggle or your greatest achievement. It is anchored in who I am and the delight I take in you. When others fail to see the miracle unfolding within your daily perseverance, know that I celebrate you even in your smallest act of hope. The world may rush past, but I invite you to slow for a moment to let my love quiet the noisy accusations that drive you. Place your hand over your heart and breathe in peace. I am here and my affirmation is steadfast. If this is touching something deep inside, save these words or note this moment. So when the noise rises again, you can return and remember what I am speaking over you now. Sometimes you wonder if your calling is too small, if the dreams in your heart are truly from me. The desire to bring good, to heal, to nurture, to create, these are reflections of my own heart. I have planted gifts within you, not only for your own sake, but to expand my love through you into places no one else can reach. If today you feel hidden, unused, or overlooked, remember the seed that breaks through the earth does so in darkness before it blossoms in the sun. If anxiety grips your mind with relentless pressure, I urge you now, find a quiet space, let your body rest, and release your clenched fears to me. You are not the sum of your anxiety. I see far beyond to the courage it takes to rise and try again. If all you manage today is to open your heart to me, that is more than enough. Allow my presence to wash through your body like a gentle river, carrying away anxieties and leaving a calm strength in their place. Let the gift of surrender be a daily practice, not as an act of defeat, but as the highest form of trust. Give me the burdens you cannot fix, the future you cannot predict, and the people you love most. I hold all these with far greater tenderness than you imagine. When you surrender control, you make space for new possibilities and unforeseen answers. My timing will reveal treasures you never thought to ask for, if only you let go and allow me to surprise you with my goodness. Each day is a new beginning, not a repayment for yesterday's mistakes, but a canvas on which I delight to paint fresh hope. When you feel that gentle calm, take a moment to anchor it. Write a line from this word, speak it out loud, or keep it where you can return to it, so peace can meet you again when the next wave of worry comes. Walk step by step with me. Let your prayers be ordinary and honest, whether whispered over dishes or cried quietly at midnight. I am attuned to every syllable. When you doubt your impact or question your purpose, rest in my promise. I will complete what I have begun in you. For my faithfulness is stronger than your fears. Your journey continues, tenderly guided by my presence, marked by moments of ordinary grace. Even now, I am drawing you deeper, fashioning resilience and beauty out of every form of surrender. Stay near to me and watch as peace takes root in places you once believed were barren. There is more unfolding than you yet see, and all will be made clear in my perfect time. Do you sense it, beloved? The undertow within your soul has shifted. All the nights spent questioning your worth, drenched in the loneliness that makes your heart ache, have not been in vain. I have been present through every silent tear and each hope that you buried deep, thinking no one would ever unearth it. Now the air around you loses some of its heaviness, replaced by the gentle certainty of my unwavering pursuit. You are not an afterthought. You are not the sum of mistakes or the echo of regret. Each breath you draw pulls in my promise. I am redeeming all that seemed wasted, forming beauty where you once saw only ruin. There is much I have yet to reveal, and you will not walk this part of the journey alone. Pause a moment and pay attention to your body. Feel the life moving in your chest and the warmth that comes when you allow yourself to hope again. Do not rush through this stillness. It is holy ground. Even in the world's noise, my voice cuts through, a steady whisper calling your name without judgment. The world shouts for your attention, but here with me, you find peace that does not require explanation. Let me attune your hearing to these notes of freedom that I am singing over your days, shifting the atmosphere within and around you. There is a weight lifting, subtle but profound, and as it lifts, so too do your eyes to new horizons. You remember your disappointments and keep revisiting moments that should have gone differently. But I have not left you to recycle pain. The enemy tried to convince you that it is too late, that cycles of defeat define you, that hope is dangerous. Listen now. My love interrupts every cycle and upends every lie. What was true yesterday need not bind you today. Say it aloud right now if you dare. I am not who I was. I am not abandoned. I am loved by the one who cannot change. Feel the shift in the air as the old stories lose their grip, making room for resurrection. This is your metamorphosis, and it is not something you achieve by force, but by simple, trembling surrender. Even as fear claws at the edge of your thoughts, I reaffirm that you are held, covered not by circumstance, but by my desire to bring you into fullness. Some will not recognize the change in you yet, but have patience. What is rooted deep does not sprout in a day, and the world will soon witness harvests from seeds long forgotten. Thousands have been where you are, and those who risked opening their hearts to my refining touch discovered a resilience that no storm could uproot. You are joining a great company of the awakened, those who know me not only as comforter, but as the lifter of heads. You keep asking, when will breakthrough come? Child, your shift is not measured by clocks or calendars, but by moments like this, when you look up and realize you are no longer in the darkness that once suffocated you. Breakthrough is layered. Sometimes it is the sudden clarity at sunrise. Other times it is a gradual lightening of shadows. This week you will experience a sign. Someone will speak words you have desperately needed to hear, and warmth will wash over you, unmistakable in its origin. You will know it is I, because peace will settle where anxiety once raged and courage will replace resignation. When that moment comes, do not rush past it. Pause, breathe, and if you can, tell someone what I did for you, so the testimony that lifts you can lift them too. Stay alert for the gentle surprises I have woven into your coming days. I know that the enemy still accuses, trying to drag you back to shame. I see the moments you flinch from intimacy, suspecting you are too flawed to be brought this close. But hear this: no accusation can penetrate the sanctuary of my presence. My blood speaks redemption over every setback, every whispered doubt, every label you have internalized. The world tries to define you by your scars, but I define you by my victory. Place your hand over your heart and repeat with me: I am chosen. I am redeemed. I am not my failures. Feel my nearness solidifying truth in your spirit. You are being prepared, child. What you feel as pressure is actually formation. Hard soil is breaking, giving way to new growth. The courage that seemed impossible now gathers in the deepest parts of you. Each time you choose trust over worry, you expand your capacity to receive more of me. Each act of forgiveness, even when undeserved, becomes a doorway for healing to rush in. The smallest steps matter. No sacrifice is wasted. You are stepping into a season where purpose outweighs pain, and your history becomes not a prison, but a platform. Breathe. The lightness you sense is me untangling you from burdens you were never meant to carry. Others may not notice, but I do. You fight battles no one else sees, conquering doubts in silence. I am proud of you. So many times you nearly gave up, yet here you are, still reaching. Stop and listen. This very moment, your obedience releases ripples into eternity. Nothing is lost on me. Those who trust me see wonders others might dismiss as coincidence, but you will recognize my handiwork with a clarity that leaves no room for doubt. Perhaps part of you still thinks surrender is weakness. The world has told you that control protects you. I say true power is in yielding. Let go now, not of your dreams, but of the need to define exactly how the outcome looks. Watch how I exchange the ashes of disappointment for the oil of gladness, a fragrance that marks you as my own. You are stepping onto ground prepared for your feet. Doors once sealed are softening, hinges loosening under the weight of my favor. The best is not behind you. The best is being written now in the quiet of your transformation. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. There is a hunger awakening inside you, a craving to encounter me more deeply, to be known beyond platitudes and pretense. I am not hiding. This longing is a gift. Let it lead you into fresh waters. When doubt resurfaces, return to this truth. My nearness never wavers. Even if you doubt your own perseverance, trust that my faithfulness does not depend on yours. I am relentless in love, tireless in mercy, always longing for your return. The more you yield, the more you will know joy, unshaken by storms. Consider this: your story is becoming a beacon. Where you once hid in shadows, soon your testimony will draw others to freedom. You are being commissioned not merely for comfort, but to awaken hope in every life you touch. Even if your voice shakes, let it carry my truth. If you feel that commissioning stirring in you, say a simple yes, out in a message or in a note you'll see again. Yes, I receive this. Let your agreement become your next step. The journey is not ending, it accelerates here, carrying you further into the wide spaces I have destined for you. There is something yet unknown that I will entrust to you, and in the next moments, you will sense the invitation blossoming fully in your spirit. You who are mine, you have navigated moments when fear's shadow felt almost familiar, pressing in as morning rays slip past the curtain. I remind you now that this fear does not have the last word in your story. With every fresh dawn, my presence washes over you anew, awakening your heart to possibilities far beyond yesterday's limits. Sometimes you notice a gentle warmth settle over your hands as you pause, a subtle sign that you are not navigating this life alone. Even as doubt stirs questions about your capacity or my timing, rest in knowing that my guidance is already making room for new growth beneath the surface of your waiting. There are days you gaze at the faces you love, wondering if your caring is enough, if my promises can reach those places you feel you cannot touch. I assure you, my love is wider, deeper, and more persistent than every anxious thought and every whispered insecurity. You are not responsible for carrying every burden alone. Let them rest in my hands for a while. When you quiet your spirit, when you invite stillness in the midst of your busy mind, you will find me there, steady and unhurried, reminding you that your path is secure, no matter how winding it may appear. Even now, as you breathe slowly, I fill you with a peace both ancient and fresh. Let your gratitude become a gentle practice, not a forced reaction. In the small routines, pouring water, opening windows, the subtle comfort of breath, offer thanks. Not because circumstances have resolved, but because I am with you in every unremarkable moment. This communion softens the edges of frustration and turns uncertainty into holy ground. When weariness tempts you to believe it is all on your shoulders, recall that my strength shines brightest through your honest surrender. There is no shame in resting your hopes at my feet. This is the beginning of true courage. Your calling is not a fragile thing, easily lost or stolen by the passing seasons. It is anchored in who I am to you and in who you are becoming through each season's lessons. Sometimes doors seem firmly closed, and you wonder if you have misread my signals or missed your moment. Trust this. My timing refines you, it does not punish you, and every not yet contains a hidden preparation uniquely tailored for you. Embrace me as your compass, not as a distant overseer. My voice is closer than you suspect, sometimes soft, but always sure. When confusion flutters through your thoughts and choices crowd before you, like unopened paths, do not rush to force clarity. I am training you to recognize my leading in the quietest nudges, a phrase recalled, a sudden sense of calm, the unexpected kindness of a stranger. You are not required to piece together the whole picture at once. Let your trust grow like a seed stretching for sunlight as you take each next step with honesty, even if your confidence trembles. I am the one who brings order to your longing and meaning to your delays. As new challenges introduce themselves, perhaps through a difficult conversation, the uncertainty of work, or the ongoing care of those entrusted to you, know that I am present in each encounter. I delight in every moment when you choose to respond out of faith rather than fear. when you catch yourself hesitating and decide to welcome my perspective instead. Even your doubts, voiced in quiet whispers at the day's end, are invitations for me to draw nearer. Do not hide broken expectations from me. I am patient and gentle with the places that feel exposed and unfinished. With each evening that approaches, I gather your concerns, unspoken anxieties about tomorrow's outcome, worries about mistakes revisited, questions about what is possible for you in this chapter. Nothing surprises me, and nothing is too trivial for my attention. Place your hand over your heart now. Feel the steady rhythm, and remember it is my breath that sustains you moment by moment. I am not waiting for you to fix yourself before you come to me. I am delighted every time you turn my direction. Whether with a full heart or a weary sigh, I invite you not to shrink before uncertainty. Stand quietly in the open field of the unknown with me, listening for the stillness that grows as you surrender outcomes you cannot control. Each step of humility makes room for greater wisdom, and every confession of worry allows my comfort deeper reach. In your laughter and in your tears, I am equally invested. Your vulnerabilities are safe within my embrace. Nothing you face is wasted in my sight, and no hope is too fragile to be held and nurtured by my hands. Tomorrow will bring its own discoveries, but today I am here, closer than the thoughts moving through your mind, as near as the pulse at your wrist. Let the gentle reality of my nearness become your anchor. Do not measure progress by what your eyes see or by expectations set by others. Instead, lean into the assurance that I never tire of guiding you. Every whispered prayer, every act of kindness unseen by others, every reluctant hope is a seed I tend and water. There is so much yet to come, and you are exactly where my grace is strongest for you now. Sit with me now, my beloved child, for everything I have whispered along this journey is beginning to take hold inside you. Even as doubt tries to make a final plea, I am breathing courage into your spirit, an unexplainable sense that you will not return to the way things were. That stirring deep within is the first evidence of your awakening. This is not the end. It is where I draw you into the fullness of what I have been preparing all along. Listen close, for the more you allow my words to echo, the more your reality will shift until your inner world is shaped by truth, not by fear. You might notice your mind pushing back, asking if true change is really possible for you. Part of you remembers every failed resolution, every broken promise to yourself, and it tries to drag you back into agreement with resignation. I honor your honesty, and I see the weariness that comes when hope has been deferred. But you must know, precious one, that you are not bound to the patterns of your yesterday. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. My spirit moves in the space between your disappointment and your destiny, rewriting the very scripts etched into your memory. Do not trust the voice that reminds you of your inadequacy. Trust my voice, the one that called you worthy long before you ever stumbled. Feel the energy gathering within you now as expectation builds. You are no longer just a witness to my restoration. You are the living proof that I make all things new. Pause right here and place your hand over your chest. Sense the warmth, the quiet pulse beneath your palm. That is your sign. My life is in you, rising, strengthening, awakening. From this moment onward, you will notice habits breaking, mindsets shifting, liberation taking root in places that once felt barren. I am not simply a comforting presence. I am the God who invades every cell of your being with resurrection power. Let your breath slow to match mine. Take this moment seriously. Let it be sacred. The noise of unfinished business and unhealed wounds may clamor for your attention, but right now there's only the symphony of my nearness. Yield all that still aches. I do not ask you to pretend or suppress your grief. I receive it as an offering, and I trade it for lasting joy. Open wide the chambers of your heart you sealed long ago, perhaps thinking it would keep you safe, but now realizing it kept you from love. I am trustworthy. I will not misuse your vulnerability. In fact, I will heal it until you forget how it ever felt to carry life alone. With every word I pour out, light breaks through the lies that once defined you. The enemy's accusations hold no weight here. Where shame used to shout, my delight now sings louder. Say aloud, even if your voice trembles, I am loved beyond measure. I am chosen. I am claimed by the one who will never let me go. Let this declaration settle into your spirit. An entire future pivots on your willingness to agree with my truth. And as you do, watch how clarity starts to invade your confusion. Soon purpose will become as unmistakable as the sun rising after a night of storm. Now feel the world growing still, almost as if time itself hushes in awe of what is happening inside you. The pain that once disabled you is already becoming the ground from which compassion will spring for others. You may not realize it yet, but the same hands you thought were too weak for service will extend hope to the broken. I trust you with my heart for this generation. You are not just being healed for your own sake. Through you, a wave of restoration will ripple outward, touching people you haven't even met. You are the vessel, and my living water will flow through every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every silent prayer. Do you feel how anticipation sits just beneath your skin? That is not anxiety. It is the quickening of my spirit, igniting vision. There is a sacred assignment emerging. Watch how opportunities begin to align, conversations you did not expect, moments of peace in your ordinary days. Even a word from a stranger will carry my signature as confirmation. You will know it is me because something unexplainable will set your heart alight with recognition, like I am winking from eternity, saying, I told you I would come. Within this week, expect a moment where you are given insight that brings relief to a long-standing worry. When it comes, pause and thank me. I am in the details. Those old fears, the ones that lurk at the edges of this experience, are losing their power. Face them, name them, and watch as I gently unravel every knot. Take authority in my name and say aloud, I am not who I was. I am free because he declared it. Each time you do, you build a new foundation. Keep returning to my presence, not out of duty, but because you remember how different the world feels when you are rooted in love. Thousands before you have found deliverance here. Now it is your turn. You are part of a vast movement, a family marked by my light, sent to ignite hope where resignation once reigned. Somewhere right now, tears are welling in your eyes as old wounds get exposed but not judged. And I am collecting each one as a promise that nothing will be wasted. I waste nothing, not even your weakest moments. The things you thought would disqualify you actually become the landmarks of your redemption. The stories that will draw others out of hiding. I see your bravery. I see the decision to choose trust over cynicism. You are a trailblazer in the unseen, clearing a path for beauty to emerge from ashes. This is the lineage I have given you. Overcomer, overcomer, overcomer. Stand up, even if it is just in your heart. Receive the charge I am giving. Walk boldly into the days ahead, knowing I have gone before you, clearing obstacles and seeding promise where you least expect. Your legacy is greater than your losses. I know your greatest fears, and I answer them with my eternal yes. You have permission to hope again, to believe again, to rise again. There will be moments soon when you feel courage bubbling up for no reason. When it happens, remember this conversation. That is me. My beloved, this is not farewell, only the beginning of daily miracles. A story that will keep unfolding every time you pause to listen. Let my voice be your anchor. Let my nearness be the psalm that carries you. You are not alone. Not now, not ever. My arms surround you. My spirit empowers you. You are claimed, cherished, commissioned. If you desire to keep walking in this together, take one simple step. Stay connected to this space where my words keep meeting you. Follow, subscribe, or do what you must so you don't drift from these reminders of my heart. Go now in the confidence of my unwavering love. The world awaits what only I can reveal through you. Amen? If this word stirred something deep within you, stay connected to these daily reminders of my faithfulness. Share it with someone who needs this peace. Save it so you can return when your heart feels heavy again, and press that button now, not for content, but for communion. I will meet you here tomorrow, speaking life again into the places that need it most. Amen.